Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Tasha here and I'm going to guide you through how it is I do an everyday glam. Something natural and something straightforward, and you're able to achieve this beautiful makeup in the space of 20 minutes. I start my makeup off with preparing my eyebrows to just stay in place. As you can see, I have not done my brows. They are growing out and I've actually been trying to grow them out for a while because I've ruined them over time, and I plan to go to an expert. I use a brow soap or a brow gel, anything that's going to freeze those brows in place, and I'm going to just stroke it all back down into place so that I don't have to do much. I go in with my triple glycerine water. This is the rose water from the hair shop, really cheap, and it is so effective. Again, I'll put the benefits on the screen and I just apply this throughout my face. And then I will go in with some vitamin E spray that's also from Superdrug, and I'm going to spray this all over my face. To achieve this simple and quick and effortless look, I'm going to focus so much more on my skincare. I'm now going to go in with the Hydro Genius by L'Oreal. I actually was recommended this by my client and it is super soft, super light. I would highly recommend it. It's a water-based moisturizer. You can get this from any drugstore. Found that using water-based products with primers such as Milk or the e.l.f. Grip Primer are the perfect combos ever. Reason why is because the water-based product gives the primer something to actually grip onto, and that water-based product is actually restoring all that hydration back into your skin. As I'm keeping this quite natural, really light, I'm going with the Lancome foundation, and I'm also going in with the Huda Beauty foundation, but it's not really a foundation. I think it's actually a tint. I'm going with the Huda Beauty tint. I'm in the shade number 3, and I always recommend that you use 1 pump of your normal foundation and mix it in with this tint. This tint is a water base, it is super light, and it gives more of like a BB cream effect, and it is just absolutely beautiful the way it just sits on the skin. It comes out more of like a cream, and I would highly recommend it for anybody that is looking to go for like a lighter coverage. I'm using my flat kabuki brush. All brushes do different things, but I tend to find that with this brush I can get the most out of my product, so it will spread out and kind of create the illusion of a full coverage look when really it's not. I've just somehow mimicked my products to come across as a natural glow. For my bronze, my contour, I'm going to go in with the Black Opal foundation stick. I can't remember what shade I am using currently, but I will leave it in the description box below. This is like the perfect shade for me because I believe that it just gives me that warmth, that natural warmth back into my skin. I'm going in with my Lancome concealer. I actually got this by mistake. It was on sale and I wanted to try something new. Turns out this concealer is absolutely amazing and I absolutely love it. If you're trying to go for a light coverage or medium coverage, highly recommend. Again, you don't even have to use so much. I'm just a bit extra, but as I'm making these YouTube videos, I feel like over time I've come to like recognize my face more and use less product than before. Like, this is absolutely probably the best times I've actually loved my makeup and I've used less. Like, this is me understanding that less is more. I'm using my Morphe, I think this is actually a blush brush, but I like to use it for my contour and for liquid blushes as well, or just cream products in general. It's absolutely amazing. If I'm not using this one, then I'm definitely using my Peaches and Cream. It's like a small angled brush, but again, I think that's in like a previous video if you guys want to view that one. But this just gave me that nice little, I can't explain the feeling that this brush made this bronzer make me feel, but I was really feeling myself. Just look at my skin. Like as I've come forward, please look at my skin. It just looks so hydrated. It's glowing. The natural light. It just looks so beautiful, and I'm just so happy. Like I'm so happy that I was able to film this and share this with you guys. Like I'm just gassed. Like I really am gassed. By the time I finish blending out my nose contour, again, the shade that I'm using, it just gives a nice little bronze effect. It's not too dark. It is literally the perfect shade. Probably like 1 to 2 shades darker than me, or not even that. Like it's literally the perfect shade to give a glow. So if you want to have that glow look, I would literally go 1 2 shades maximum up from your foundation color to just achieve that natural glow. I decided in this video that I wasn't going to use a beauty blender to blend out my concealer, only because on TikTok I came across this girl that used this specific brush to blend out her concealer. So I thought, why not? Let me give it a go. And I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely loved it. I don't know if I'll try it out on my clients just yet, but I'm gonna just do it on myself a few times to see if I can adjust my technique with it. But the way it spread, it was absolutely beautiful. I'm still trying to learn how to control blending out the concealer with a brush, so this is absolutely new. Bear with me, please. When it got to like my forehead with using this brush, I wasn't really sure now. How is it am I going to use this brush to blend out my nose contour? Like my nose is quite small, the brush is still a bit big, and I don't think I was ready to just give it up my beauty blender just yet. You know the drill, guys. When you blend out a place, meaning you've blended out concealer, you've blended out your bronze, you need to go back in and blend them out again, because when you blend out the concealer, it's going to spread further out and you need to bring back that bronze. So it's like what Peely Me says, like it's sandwich stages. You're going to have to go back in with the product and bring it back. I'm not adding any more product to my brushes. I'm simply just using what it is that I already have. I'm just being a bit extra and making it more neat and just blending it back into place. The NARS Radiant Concealer is another hidden gem. I'm actually using the shade Custard. I've actually had this concealer just sitting in my drawer for God knows how long, and I've decided to use it in this video. I absolutely do love it, but for the price and for how much it is that you get and how often I actually do makeup, it's absolutely ridiculous. If I was just doing makeup for myself, 100% NARS take my money. But because I have clients on top of clients, it's kind of crazy that I would have to spend so much. For blush, I love a liquid blush, and Mimi Mitchell is the blush that I use, and I use this in the shade Posy Rosy. This is the perfect shade for my skin tone, because this is what's going to make my face blossom. This is what I'm going to use to bring colour into my face. It complements the bronzer so well. As I'm blending, it's starting to make me feel a bit excited for summer. Like I could just only imagine the summer looks that I'm gonna come with. I want all my summer looks to be quick, simple, and straight to the point. Something that's not too heavy, as light as this base, but it still gives me baddie. Do you know what I mean? Now that my concealer has dried up, I'm going back in with my beauty blender, and I'm gonna blend out underneath my eyes and my nose, and prepare that for me to set my face in place. As I said before, I don't want to lose the colour of my bronze or anything on my face, so I'm going to keep going back in with the same brushes, and I'm going to bring it back in. To set my face, I'm using one of my favourite setting powders, and that is the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Pound Cake. I normally mix this in with the Laura Mercier, but I'm trying to give Huda Beauty a chance here. I'm going to set underneath my eyes twice, only because with the first layer I've gone in with, it is a really thin layer. With the second layer, I'm going to use slightly of a thicker base, and I'm going to push all of that product into my eye. And then I will go on to set my forehead, my nose, my chin, and my cupid's bow. During my days on TikTok, I came across this brand called Doll Beauty, and I saw a lot of people using them, so I decided to invest in one of their bundles, and I got 3 colours for like the price of 2 or 1, I'm not sure, but it was a deal. This colour, absolutely amazing, and it was the closest colour to the Mitchell liquid blush that I'm currently using. I don't know the shade of this, so I'll put it in the description box below. I could actually leave my makeup like this, but because I am completely extra, but not too extra on this occasion, I'm going in with my Juvia's Place bronzer duo, and I'm going in with the lightest shade, and I'm just going to bronze and bring back that warmth back into my face, only the tiniest bit, and I will apply probably just the slightest amount on my forehead just to set where I put the Black Opal foundation stick. I'm going now in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush powder in the shade number 3. I normally use number 2, but I feel like I am maturing and slowly outgrowing the bright under eye look. So we're going to keep it natural in this look. Again, this is going to be quick. We're going to keep it nice and warm and glowy. As well as with the powder, I'm actually going to use the powder to blend away wherever I set my face. To set all of this beautiful makeup in place, I'm going in with my Morphe finishing mist, and I'm going to melt all my powder products into place so that way it looks like skin. For lips, I'm actually going to use the Morphe lip liner in the shade Vibes. Vibes is slightly darker than the shade Bite Me. Bite Me is more of a natural tone for me. I actually picked up this lip liner by accident, but it's okay, we're going to work with it. I then go in with any shade lip gloss possible, any shade that you want, because we're not really doing much with the lips. This is like a very natural and very quick and efficient makeup look that you can do for the summer. As we're slowly coming towards the ending of our makeup, I'm just going to do the little extra bits and bobs, and I'm going in with a little gold highlighter, and I'm just going to highlight my nose and curve out my brows because my brows are just so messy. I just want to make it seem a bit more structured than what it currently is. I'm not going to touch the top of my brow. I still want to keep them messy, keep it natural. With the rest over concealer that is on my brows, I'm just going to blend it in. Just going to blend it in one place. I'm not going to bring that concealer down into my eyelids, only because very much of a natural look that I'm trying to achieve here. With the little lashes that I have, I'm going to go in with some mascara, and I'm just going to get rid of any of the product that might be on there and kind of just make them draw more of attention to my eyes. I go in with the Fenty Beauty highlighter, the one that has like all of that glitter and is white. I place that on my cheeks, and final steps, I'm just going to set my whole face in place with the NYX Dewy finish. And just like that, this is the completed look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video as much as I loved creating the video. Give this video a thumbs up. I have so much more coming. Remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 1K. I'll see you guys in the next one.